Hello. It's going to be a very, very quick red team story, which involves encryption and decryption of secrets that are stored in the SCCM database. You might find it useful in case you find yourself in the same situation we were in. And what was this situation? Here was the scenario. It was Ike, Maxime, and I in a red team assessment. And we wanted to stay under the radar at first. So basically we were doing some manual network share enumeration. And we found two interesting things at first. So one was the SCCM database backup. And second was a SCCM site server backup. We tried to first leverage the secrets that were in the site server backup, but the image was quite old also, and the credentials on it were we couldn't use. They were outdated and they were not usable. Instead, what we did instead was we loaded the SCCM database in a Microsoft SQL server, and we looked at the information that we could find on it. Among all, something interesting that you can find on the SCCM database is encrypted credentials of a couple of SCCM accounts. And the idea is, okay, if you can decrypt them, it might be very interesting because they might have privileges in the SCCM environment. So what is the issue here? The issue is that most decryption tools or most articles that we find online, basically they tell you how you can decrypt this credential if you have live access to an SCCM server, but we didn't have a live access, right? We only had an image backup. So and that's basically where a tweet by Gentil Kiwi came into our help. Basically here he confirms that it is possible to perform the decryption offline, provided that you first export the right private key from the SCCM site server. Now, at this point, we still had a lot of questions because, okay, what is this private key? Where is it actually stored? And how can we actually use it to perform the decryption offline? It's something that was not entirely very, very well documented in a single step. So basically, these were the questions that we tried to answer for the next couple of hours, for the following couple of hours. So this was us at the start. Happy. This was us after some hours, less happy. And this was us at the end, happy again, because we actually managed to do it. So we managed to actually piece together the various pieces of the puzzles again. And basically we are here exactly just presenting a bit for you, so it might be easier for your next red team assessment. Basically the secrets in the SCCM database were encrypted with a session key, which is encrypted with the SCCM RSA private key that's stored in the site server. This is encrypted. This is DP API encrypted, so it's encrypted with a DP API master key, which is encrypted with a DP API system key, which again is encrypted with information you can find in the registry hive. And so here is exactly as we knew how the encryption worked, we could basically piece together and fully document it from start to finish. So starting from the information you need to collect to define a decrypted secrets. Here there is a little graph that you might not that explains the whole process. It is a bit small; you might not be able to see it, but trust me, it works. And if you don't trust me, there's a GitHub link. You might want to have a look where we actually put together the full documentation on, so you can basically replicate it yourself, and we do replicate it also on GoAD. Here is a screenshot of us using a little utility tool we developed to basically provide an encrypted secret, the encrypted secret, and the SCCM RSA private key, and it outputs the plain text secret. So summary takeaways, basically that you can decrypt SCCM credentials that are stored in the SCCM database, and you can do it fully offline. Why would you want to do it? Because sometimes you might find those on network shares. So basically you might not have access to a live SCCM server, or still you might want to do it this way because it might be stealthier in some circumstances. And how do you do it? You first need to load the right material, and then you decrypt it offline. And again, there's a GitHub link. You can have a look for the full details on how to do it. Credits, most merit should go to Ike and Maxime, who did basically the heavy lifting during the red team mission, and to Claudio, who also basically reproduced it before we actually did. And as again, adding a couple of credits to the various authors of articles we leveraged in this documentation. So thank you very much.